Hmm. Okay. I am. Am I live streaming right now? Yes, I am. Okay. I checked his low latency tip. All right. All right. There's a 5 to 15 second low latency delay. Trying to tweak out my studio. Yeah, this is a lot of work to put together. Plus, I brought the wrong cables. Didn't bring a long enough HDMI cable. All right. I hope you guys can hear me. This is an unscheduled live stream, so bear with me. I'm also testing out some color grading and some lighting to make the live stream look better when I'm on the go, when I stay at another hostel, or when I'm back in Portland. So the plan is to go to Portland. But with that said, what's up, everyone? Good morning to some still, and good evening to some, most. All right. So I'm just right now. I have my CBR at 4500. Now, normally, if I'm home and I have my own Wi-Fi, I normally kick it up a notch to 80 for the quality level. But I'm also testing out the latency issues with YouTube because every time I go live stream, there's always like a 60-second delay. So now I am trying to do low latency, which is a 5 to 15 second delay. So, and I got both cameras set up HDMI. And as I said, I didn't bring a long enough HDMI cable because this is the wrong one that I put in the bag, or the one that I did have, and I'm pretty sure I did have it when I was in Boston. This is bizarre. It might have gotten stolen when my other Osprey bag was stolen. So, with that said, got me some salad for you hungry people. And I want to check my ISO exposure. My ISO should be not too high. I'm around 1000 on the 70D and about 1250 on the 7D. So this is the 7D with the IRX 15 mil f2.4 wide angle, and then this is the IRX 11 f4. But I do have a polarizer on this one. Do you know why I have the polarizer on my lens, even though I don't really technically need it for live streams? But it's to actually smooth out some imperfections in my dried black skin. I'm kidding, guys. All right. So we are live in the hostel. Hopefully you can hear me more than the background music. Hopefully YouTube doesn't copyright me for making this video. I try to emphasize not to let the audio focus on the background. So there's been a lot of tweaking, and I do have the H4n Pro right here with the Comica or Comica VDlive10 wireless system. I do have this plugged up into a 3.5 jack into a XLR port on the Zoom H4n Pro. That's the best results. Uh, and I want to actually take the time to make a statement about the Boom Comic-Con MI receiver. Now, if you don't constantly have your iPhone rapidly on all the time and you plug that up to use it as a power source, it's going to go out if you don't keep the phone on. So make sure that you charge your phone and then plug the HDMI receiver in and make sure that the display is always on so it constantly draws power to that receiver, because I noticed that when I turned off my phone the audio just cut in and out. So yeah, but with that said, see a couple of you guys in the live stream unscheduled. I know this is unscheduled. Uh, but let me tell you about hostel life. So you guys know I used to be part of the HI hostel organization. You guys know I always used to stay at most of the locations. And ever since the pandemic, the locations have been closing, actually. Santa Cruz closed, a couple in Texas closed. I hope the one in Austin. I gotta double check. But let's see here. Okay, HI US. So I'm not sure the Madison location closed because in the winter that doesn't really get a lot of traffic. But apparently it might be. I don't know. Yeah, I think it did. I think they closed it because if you take a look here, it does say Midwest, only Illinois, which is the Chicago hostel, which you guys know I'm a big fan of that hostel. Big fan. Nice space. Nice room space too. Oh my panda. But as you can see, they closed down a couple of locations. California's next. A couple. There's still quite a few in California. Quite a lot, actually, in California. But Colorado's still open. Hawaii's still open. Montana's still open, which is surprising. Oregon always. Well, Oregon. They used to have two locations, but in Oregon, I think now the Northwest Portland hostel is the main hostel. Now, it's still affiliated, operated independently by my friends Jim and Britta. It's their establishment, but it's also an affiliated hostel. That's the most famous hostel I always go to. You guys know that. But yeah, they closed down Madison for here's the reason. Okay, so let's start back off 2017 when I was staying there. And this is when Kyle came along and basically was the new management. Uh, I was offered the position to be the management, but I said no because I don't want to stay in Wisconsin all the time. So, and wasn't too sure. And also, the ladies that were working there at the time, and won't say their names, but they were saying that they're probably going to actually depart. And there are some problems with management, okay? But it wasn't a busy, heavy traffic location because, let's be honest, HIUSA failed to publicize or promote that location. They didn't really want to promote it. So, yeah, it seems like they were more focused on the biggest cities. But Madison in the summertime has a big, big music festival. And it happens every Wednesday at the square. But 6 to 10 times a year in Madison. I'm not talking about the whole Wisconsin. I'm talking about just in Madison. So when I stayed at hostels, it was affordable. They come with a free big size kitchen, plates, utensils. But the problem is people. People they do not read or follow simple guidelines or policies or rules, but it's also a gesture. And one of the big problems that we had at Sylvia, Seattle, and Portland was that, we asked people to wash, rinse, and sanitize plates, but they never do. So what happens is uh, they just throw the dirty plates in the washing machine. And if you guys own a washing machine, you know that this is why you're supposed to rinse your plates off, then put them in the washing machine. Because over time, what happens is, and it has happened twice in Northwest Portland hostel, and I was the one that actually fixed the washing machine. You put all that food particles inside, you just makes the machine much difficult to work, and that is cost efficient when it comes down to repairs. But what you said? What's up, Space Junkie? Good afternoon. I'm doing good. Just testing out some new latency issues with YouTube, and also got the camera set up right now. Got the 7D with the Iris 15. Got the 70D with the Iris 11 YF4. Super wide, actually. This is why it's so wide. And I only got one LED light. I could put one right here, but I just want to emphasize Ramen lighting. This is why you see on this side the Ramen lighting. Yeah, want to represent the Ramen lighting technique. But yeah, so now, oh wow, why does it do that? The 70D suddenly every half hour it would just shut off by itself. And I'm using it as a webcam, so I'm not quite sure why is it doing that. I got my IRIX 15 up in my face. But I also wanted to show you how my setup would be if I was home, but without the music, because obviously you know, uh, having conference calls a little bit, actually having phone calls through the laptop and conference calls through the laptop, sometimes it's tr- problemsome, you know? Uh, you're trying to focus on the topic or the what the meaning is about, and you have, music in the background running, and it's distracting sometimes, this is why. But this is a hostel. uh Most hostels don't have music in the lobby because they need to pay attention to what's going on, what's been said. And I notice in New York City, if you notice in New York City, everyone cannot hear you when you talk. It's like they gonna go, what? They come to your face or get closer when there's loud music, like in the bar, you know. But um, so right back to what I was saying before. See, now this one cut off. What's the deal? What's going on? Why is it recording? I don't want record. All right, that's so bizarre. Like both cameras turn off 30 every 30 minutes. I need to figure out how to disable that. And I don't see that in the settings on the Canon cameras, but on Sony, you could. I don't understand why it's sending a signal but not registering as maybe it's in standby. Maybe the cameras may have think it's in standby, but I'm using it as a webcam. And this is why Canon wants you to use your webcam too, but it's so clunky. It is not a very good option, especially using USB Type A port, which is a bizarre port that I use on my H4n Pro as my audio interface device. So, can you guys hear the music in the background? Let me know in the comments. I can read the comments through the phone here. I don't want to be copyright striked, but you got to get the work done. You got to get the videos out. So, I've been trying to redesign, recalibrate some of my images. Now, if you guys don't know this, I use TIFF files to print all of my images. Don't ever use a high JPEG or low JPEG because honestly, you're not gonna get the most information from that. A TIFF has a lot of information. It actually preserves some of the colors when you print them out on gloss. In black and white, I recommend matte finish. Cespa, I recommend, you know, any architecture, but you're trying to get landscapes or anything like that, a semi-gloss or gloss would do nicely, especially those color pops. Especially, you have to calibrate that printer in order to get the right results. This is why I use TIFF files. TIFF files hold a lot of information more than JPEGs. And also, like I said, it preserves all the colors and the details, and not only that, the size will come out exactly correct. Because when you do a JPEG and you send it off to some printing location, you also are taking a risk when you don't print your own. But this is why I always find someone like a sponsor, like I don't know, Fractal. They print their stuff on glass. I had their stuff print on glass a couple of times for some clients. They really, really like the outcome and the results of that, but it's quite expensive. So 11 by 14. Well, they go by 10 by 4 by what is it? 10 by 4 by 14, 13.8. It's just like around $180 for that print, but it's on glass and it's beautiful. You can mount it on the wall. You don't take up a lot of real estate on your walls. It makes your walls look very slick, stylish, and it's super thin, and it connects by a magnet. So therefore, it never could come off because it's all about magnetic. But oh, you don't hear it good because this is what I was targeting the audio to only focus on my voice, not the background music. And how I do that is I go to my H4n Pro. I do have Phantom Power on, but I also am monitoring my own audio, so I can hear it through my headphones, but it is very, very slightly there, and I can hear it now. I can hear it, but uh, I'm using what is the mode? I'm using the M mode, which is the mono mode on not stereo, because I feel like stereo has a wider range of frequency. I noticed it in the city, or when I was doing live streams. You guys said it in the comments in the live streams that I will break up sometimes, and that is because of the Bluetooth heavy traffic in New York City. If I was in the suburbs or mountains, or it would work perfectly fine without any interruptions. But then again, this is technology. Got to take it with a grain of salt. So yeah. But with that said, everyone, um, appreciate you guys tuning in yesterday for yesterday's live stream. Love the support, guys. Come on, the dump button, hit it, and share it with your friends. I'm gonna be on for a while. Been testing out some things and playing around with some things, but we're also gonna conversate about things that I said yesterday about the mayor of New York City. He's doing what every other mayor has been doing. Uh, the mayor of San Francisco, she's very, very, very not open-minded, and she's just very heavily opinionated about how to deal with the ongoing homeless and the drug crisis in California, especially in San Francisco. We were there for about 8 months, remember? And we had to deal with some people doing drugs in the park on Union Square, right? And sit right next to me, didn't care. Yeah, if you watch my Instagram very carefully, yeah. So, and he's doing what the mayor of Seattle and Portland. Well, Portland doesn't have just one mayor; it has 5 commissioners. Old Texas philosophy of doing it's Portland. Okay, Portland needs to structurally get rid of the 5 commissioners, have one commissioner, so there's no arguments, because obviously one commissioner argues with another about funding, programming, and you got one for fire, you got one for police, you got one for yeah, it's water, you got one for uh, housing and development, which it just blows your mind. You need 5 people to do a one man or one woman job. Yeah. But Portland to me still is a great place. Last time we were there uh last year before we came to New York. Uh, yeah, we stopped by for a week, and then we went to Wisconsin to hang out with Bob for about, what was it, 38 days. And within that days, we had some issues with Bob. So, and it wasn't just the disrespect, it was also the heavy consumption and the surprise consumption of things that should not have been consumed, because he knows I'm not a big fan of that. And so with that said, everyone, all right. So this was a live schedule live stream. I'm just testing some things out, but I also want you guys to tell me. I need your feedback about audio. Now, my audio level is at 40, was at 41, but I pushed it up to 45. So I should sound pretty good right now. And if I do, just let me know in the comments right now if it sounds just perfect, just right. Now, normally some people would have they record volume on 50, but I noticed with this lavalier wireless live system, you gotta balance it between OBS and the Zoom H4n Pro and on the wireless receiver. Now, I do have the volume at 4. There's only 4 levels. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have it at 4, but I also have my volume threshold at the mic auxiliary on the OBS. This is recorded on OBS. So I do have that down about negative 33. So I'm not trying to peek over red, but the yellow bars just tap the red area, which is perfect. So I gotta fine tune it the way I want. But I also have it set up where the filter. I got the RE, the new method, which is the noise compressor on the OBS 27.2.3, 64-bit for Windows. I do have the RN noise feature actually activated for good quality, so it's using more of the CPU than the GPU, but this is what I want to see. What I want the audio to do is to take advantage of the Intel chip that I have on this laptop. Yeah, no, yes, I am running everything on one simple laptop. You guys don't know about the history of this laptop. Nova and I, we shared something. It's called how to pristinely keep your things clean and still looks brand new. Updated everything, the RAM, the SSDs. I already bought two more 2 terabyte SSDs. Not the cheapest, I'll tell you that. Not the cheapest. But with that said, everyone, uh, hopefully you can see the books behind me through this camera. You can, but behind me, you can probably see this guy using the computer over there. And you can see there's a ladder right behind me, right here, like right there. So, with that said, everyone. So let's talk about hostels. Why I choose to stay at hostels. As I said before, used to be part of the HI organization. I love the hostels, but recently, in the last like year or so, it's been a hard knock relationship with HI because it seems like they don't want to listen anymore, and I think they're. This is my opinion. If you guys are tired of your job, let someone else take over that actually cares about the travelers, because the New York location, which I refuse to go to after what happened last year with one of my Comic Con receivers. Yes, and some food. Now, I have probably mentioned this story a couple of times, but let me just repeat the story for some that are new, that want to know what happened. I go into the hostel, I stayed in the hostel. I was in the room, okay, 317, and then they switched me from 317 because it was so claustrophobic. It had 8 bunks in there. No, 6 bunks, and you only had this minimum of walk space. How am I supposed to get my wagon into the room when it doesn't fit, right? So HI likes to change the room orientation, which means if they want to recover from the pandemic, which they have been, just put more bunks in the room. And to me, that's not what HI was designed to be, a money grabber, you know? But as you recently have probably watched, now let's go to back to HI and let's do New York. Now you guys see my tour, you guys saw my thoughts, and look, they're still using my print for their website. Unfreaking believable. Now, if we were to go book a room right now, let's just pretend we wanted to book. So let's say we wanted to book for Monday, but check out Wednesday. Now, they don't have any promotion right now, but proof of vaccination against COVID-19 is required at check-in. Now, New York just lifted some of those restrictions. So, I'm going to choose a date, and I just wanted you guys to see the pricing for some of these rooms. Now, they are actually decent prices, but they have a mixed 12 dormitory, which you guys are probably saying, what is that like? 12 people in a room dormitory. Well, I can tell you from experience, it's 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 bizarre. It's just bizarre. Okay. Oh yeah, you guys can see all that. Okay, good. Because I was gonna make sure that you guys can see all that, and like you guys can see me from two different camera angles. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah. So here are the prices for four-man dormitory. Now I was in a four-man dormitory. I'm not sure what they're doing here. They got a New York City notice here yesterday. Was not very happy to see that. But then again, like maybe they changing some things around, maybe they changing bunks. I have no idea what's going on. But here, I was paying at the beginning of winter, it was 38. It went up in price because now it's becoming much nicer. The people are starting to travel more. There are more restrictions and were lifted. And Canada needs to do that goddamn same thing right now. They need to literally open the borders because honestly, this is ridiculous. I tell you guys in another video why I am so disappointed with the Canadian consulate right now. But with that said, everyone, so on average here at this location, I was paying January, February between 38 to $44. Now I'm paying more around $53, $55 a night. So prices do go up, taxes went up because New York's local and state taxes are like 12% of your income. So that's the highest in one of the highest next to California in the nation. Really, really expensive, really high taxes. But as you can see, you got an 8 dormitory for $50. Then you got a 6-man dormitory for 55. Now you do have to pay login fees, login taxes. If you're a non-HI member, that's an automatic $3 to the bill. So, and let me talk to you about membership. So, memberships, HI memberships, you can get it on your phone, right? They look something more like this. Let me show you mine's, because mine's is well, this one is expired. But I kept it for this good reason. If I can find it, I don't think it's on here anymore. Uh-oh. Yeah, I might have deleted it by accident. But anyway, you can get it on your phone, but it is only what $28 a year, right? For a lifetime, it's only $250 a year. I mean, $250 for a lifetime. That means you don't ever have to pay that $3 plus added to your bill. Now, this hostel doesn't do that, but they charge you for the state tax, local tax, hospitality, and every other hostel that does it does the same. So, but New York in particular is expensive. Hostels give you the flexibility to cook, clean, behind yourself, be honest, be part of the community. Don't be against the community. And some people, they quite don't understand what hostels are meant for. They're meant for travelers. They're meant for people that are either traveling for work or, just want to hang out in the city and meet some new people, right? Hotels, you could meet people, but you don't get a kitchen. You get a room. And then if you take anything from the refrigerator, that's, for instance, Hilton, you guys, I used to love you. My parents still love you. Oh, I don't understand that. Why my parents are sucker about this rich lifestyle of living in the hotels. But you take a bottle from the refrigerator, that's $2.50 reduction. So they would add it to your bill. So what they do is, when you check out and they see anything missing in the fridge, they automatically deduct it from your credit card. So this is why I'd rather go out and buy my food, bring it here, cook it, feed myself, save money, that process. And then sometimes you can order takeout, whatever you want. But in a hostel, you also have a lounge. Some hostels have indoor bars. This one has particularly an indoor bar. It was packed last night. Oh my panda, I've never seen so many people in here. Other than the wedding reception, the wedding party that they had here, what was that, like about almost 2 weeks ago? Yeah, it was pretty nice. It was nice. And they had all that food, and they literally just told everyone to just chow down, have fun. But in a hotel, you gotta rent the space. Yeah, you got to rent the space too for the parties, right? Right. But if you're staying here and you want to get everyone together, have some pizzas, have some food, you can use this table or the kitchen or the lounge area. Just have a good time. You don't need to pay. But if you want to rent the space, you got to talk to management. So if you're having a private event, this is why hostels are good for this. If you want to actually have a art gallery, or private baby shower, and you want a nice good space, but you also want a bar. Some people like their wine, some people like the beers, some people like the non-alcoholic beers, which they do have, which is not bad. But it's called the ABC IPA. I'm not sure why is it called an IPA when there's no alcohol in it, but I digress. But HI, you have to talk to management, you have to get permission, and then you only have a certain amount of time to do it. So here you do have the time to figure out when you want to do it, but it's based on, I guess, hourly based on the space. But then again, this hostel was more fun than HI. Reasons: they have an arcade game. Well, it's a pinball machine, but it's fun. They got snack machines and soda pop machines, but they need better healthy options in that machine, though. Seriously. Sometimes the chips that come out the machine were kind of stale. So, fair warning about these machines that are in these establishments. Some are good, some are bad. But and then you get a bad chip, and you constantly get a bad chip back, a bad batch of chips. Call the number on the machine, let them know you got a food problem. And obviously, there was something going on with the machine because every time I ordered some chips, didn't taste fresh. It tastes stale. So, but there was no expiry date on it. It wasn't expired. Just maybe temperature, maybe, or the process, or what was going on with that. But hostels have also the books that you see, and that's reading material. So, with that said, everyone, Franciscan, how you doing? Chinese food, what's up, and what's up, Chinese? We love you at my house. Keep on the good fight. Oh well, bring me some of that Chinese food, and we can definitely bring on the good fight. Don't tease me. Just bring it here. Let me eat. Come on, guys. You guys want to drop a donation? There's a PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. I do have the super chat on, but as I said, guys, you want to financially support artists directly. The links are in the descriptions below. Rapid support, then have to wait, I don't know, 30 days for YouTube to take their 30% cut and then give me the rest. Yeah, that's super chat for you. But I just wanted to make this video also to emphasize how I would actually do a live stream setup in any place. I have already demonstrated that in one hostel to another, to renting someone's space for 30 days, which was kind of cool, but also a little bit nerve-wracking. Uh, but with that said, hostels have a lot to offer. Now, language is important. This is why, if you are a domestic user, you say you live in Iowa, but you want to come to New York, you come to the hostel. Be prepared to see people from all ethnicities around the globe here at the hostel. Chinese, Korean, Taiwanese, some Japanese, some maybe Tibetan. You got your Spanish communities as well from Salvador. We have someone here from Dominican Republic named Jessica. She's pretty funny. She's pretty funny, but she's my bully. But you have these people that you need to actually kind of want to actually get involved and try to understand cultural barrier. Break down that brick wall of that barrier that's holding you back from actually learning another language. But with that said, everyone, I just wanted to emphasize the live stream. Now, I've been testing these LED lights. I'm gonna probably pan over here. You see this? You see this light here? Now, I have been literally testing the crap out of these LED lights for over a year now. And since I've been staying here, I like to have a night light. So I left these hibiscus, they call the hibiscus Queen 10 LED lights now in multiple colors. Let me just, we could do red, we could do green, we could do blue, blah blah blah. Yeah. We got the popo. Okay, so I've been testing these, and I notice they don't run out of power. Now I do have it at level 1. Well, right now I'm probably having it at level 3, but at night I have it at level 1. I let it burn out through the night, and during the wake up in the mornings, I forget about it. I come back at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's still on. So with a full battery, these things can last you probably 12, 20 hours on level 1 and 2. Levels 3 and 4, I did this already. Gave you guys a test before. Level 3 and 4, probably 10, 12 hours. Level 5 and 6, probably 8, 10 hours. Depends on what you're doing. But man, these LED lights do work very well. But I did kind of open the chassis because one of them, the socket, is not charging the battery. So I had to take one battery out of one, put it in another so I can charge that battery. I know it's tedious, but I'm not sure what happened to the USB port, but it just broke. It doesn't want to work it anymore. So yes, I do have this camera on the gimbal. This is the Moza Air Cross 2. Now, this is the most problematic, most difficult gimbal that I actually have owned. It takes more time to calibrate the gimbal than just slapping the camera on there, getting to where it balances correctly. You literally have to go by the centimeter inches to get it right, or it would tell you things are not well balanced. So right now, it's kind of tipping to the side when it's supposed to be like, see how that horizon is supposed to be like right there? Well, you see how it just tipped? Yep. So double click on that and then bring this down. And then let me bring this a little bit right there. Yeah. Because I want you guys to see what's going on in this area, but also want to emphasize my rule of thumbs, which my third, the rule of thumbs, as you can see, center and across. Yeah, well, you guys see, center, cross. Well, and plus, like I said, I think I got the cable stolen. So I had a long HDMI cable, and now I've been looking for it, and I think it was stolen in the back. I don't know. I could have lost it, could have left it. You said rave? What rave? You got a rave party going on? Yo, we're going to space. We're going to Space House tonight. He's saying he's have a rave going on. I believe he said that. No, I'm kidding. But with that said, everyone, yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. But we are 38 minutes into the live stream. I have it at low latency, and it's staying pretty good. I'm pretty good with the Wi-Fi. Now, keep in mind, I normally use my phone to do everything, but because the Wi-Fi here, I'm going to be honest, it was a little bit finicky and troublesome. It would works in some places, and then it didn't want to work. And then recently, they just upgraded their router hubs or their hubs, and it works so much better. So much better. I even able to play Apex here, which was surprising because I was like, I'm not too sure if I could play Apex here because the internet wasn't that spot on, but now it's spot on. But with that said, let's continue to talk about hostels versus hotels. So the reason why I also want to say the hostels is also because I like to eat. And I like to cook my own food sometimes, or most of the time. So, and the best way to do that Oh, I'm going to tell you something funny early this morning. So you got a couple here that had some spicy ramen noodles, and you know what? They got their ass served. Okay, so they were sitting over there eating this morning, and he was like, "Whoa, it's so spicy!" I'm like, "You guys know, I got hot ones in my container. That is not spicy. If you eat ramen as much as I do, you know, be a man or a woman, just take it. Take the heat. Trust me, you're gonna love it. How it feels in your body a little bit later, but oh wow, this camera went off again. See, every like 15, 20 minutes, the camera just keeps doing weird. It's like it's idle. It shouldn't be idle. Why are you shutting off? See, this is why I love this wide angle, because I can literally put a phone up into your face. See? So amazing. So I do have the fancy tripod. Because every time I go outside with that tripod, everyone's like, yo, dude, how much that tripod cost you? I was like, let's see. Now, don't be naive by the pads that are on this tripod. It's carbon fiber. It's light. Guys, I was traveling with a aluminum. That was the Manfrotto. What is that? 190 Go aluminum tripod. That thing was heavy on the shoulders and literally would dig into your shoulder. And basically, it was. I loved the tripod because it had the tripod was unique. It had flexible heads, but I needed something more light. I needed a new ball head. So yeah, I'm just like and happy with my tripod setup because it's all decked out for landscapes, time lapses, long exposures, studio work. Because I have a Nora point system. Guys don't understand what a Nora point is. You gotta understand how to fix the composition when you're doing landscapes, and your Nora point is very important. But let's not talk about. We are talking about the setup, and also we are talking. Oh, the sun is coming out because it was snowing and raining today and windy, and the weather is going to get colder tonight. So it's going to drop down to like 20s. Yeah. So with the wind chills, will probably feel more like 10. So make sure that if you have a fellow person out there on the streets or you need to keep warm, buy them a blanket, or if you got an extra coat that you need to give away, give it away. But yeah, so I would probably never stayed at another hotel for a long, long time. And the reason why I won't probably stay at a hotel for a long time because I've been around not just North America, but you got North, you got Greenland, you got Alaska. They have some good hostels there, like in Juneau. And you got South America that have really good hostels, cheap. They don't have a kitchen or anything, but they got a room. They got a place where you can sit, conversate. Some places might have the kitchens, and some places might have small, tiny kitchens where you can just do a minimum of cooking and basic cooking. But you got the streets, especially like in Mexico City. Oh my panda, you just got the streets of food, and it's so cheap. Literally, your money would go a long way. And those pesos will do you nicely, especially if you eat shrimp or you go to the market, you get some octopus, squid, and yeah, most people believe like Spanish cultures they don't eat tacos. Like yeah, whatever. You're not very smart. Like they got so many different types of dishes that you can actually get. And if you want, you can get what was that I had? A cactus taco, which was surprisingly good. So cactus taco, remember that, guys. So I think this is working fine. Look at that, syncing. Look at that, perfect sync. You see that? It's not lagging. See that? There's no lag in the video. Isn't this awesome? Just tweaking out OBS and getting the right. So, like I said earlier, my CBR rate is at 4,500 right now. Okay, so let me just pop this up here really quickly. And I give you a cheat sheet. So I am using the new NVIDIA encoder, but I'm also using 1920 by 1080. Yes, I only am live streaming in 1080p, 30 frames a second. I think that's good enough. I could do 60 frames, but these cameras cannot do 60 frames. My other camera can do 60 frames, but I choose to just stick with the 30. Seems about right. Now my bitrate is at 4500 kilobits. My keyframe intervals is at 2. The preset is quality. The profile is high. Look ahead and the cycle visuals tune-in is checked. But my max B frame is 2. So if you want to copy my settings, you can. But here's the thing. You have to use a HDMI video capture card. Now I have 2 hooked up to the laptop. And you guys are probably saying, how many ports do you have on that laptop? Well, I do have an Anchor 4-port hub. Yeah. So, and right now, and my recording settings. This is different from the live stream, so you may want to write this down. So if you are using OBS and you want really good output, so my VBR is called VBR. That's the rate control. The VBR is your rate control, but my bit rate at the beginning is 7,000. My max bit rate is 12,000 because I'm using SSDs, so it automatically just records. If you use mechanical hard drives, the reads and write speeds may different, so you may want to turn that down to the right bit rate for the hard drive when it actually records and captures. But my key intervals are at 2. Same thing with my preset quality, profile high, look ahead, and cycle visuals checked, and my max B frames are at 2. But I am using an encoder from NVIDIA 1920 by 1080, and I can choose whatever file size I want. If I want to record it MP4 format for video content, I can do that. Or I like to use MLB and then convert that. And you guys are probably saying, but that just takes up too much time, right? Like, you don't understand the quality difference, though. The quality difference is like the VBR has a large more bigger format size, but it does the job when you want to add some things, and it's a little bit crispier than MP4. I'm just saying, this is a little bit crispier. So as I said, this was a non-scheduled live stream, and wanted to emphasize how I would actually shoot. Now, this won't be my setup. I won't have the camera too close, but then again, you guys should see me close. Now, I could use my 85 by 50, but that would be too close. So, but I want to talk about the mayor's plan. Now, you guys heard my rant yesterday in the video, why it's going to fail. And it already has failed. It already has failed. Come on. Mm. The reason why the mayor's plan is failing, as I said earlier, he's only copying what other mayors have been doing. He's not doing anything different. Now, the Coalition of the Homeless organization just told him, like, you're doing what every other mayor has been doing across America. It's no different. But to criminalize those that don't have a luxury of fortune, that's just wrong. That's no. I can understand, like, you criminalize someone for breaking the law, right? But where's the point where you say, well, being homeless is breaking the law too? When you sleep in the subway, that's actually not breaking the law. You it's like it's technically not breaking the law. It's a way for people to actually get away from the harsh elements that we are receiving today. It's cold outside. It's super windy. It was snowing. It's going to be snowing off and on and raining all day today. And tomorrow's going to even get colder. So what do you want people to do? Like, you don't have, like I said, you don't have the structural answer that people are looking for. You don't have building requirements to build another facility, because you have the communities in New York City that actually want to say no for building another facility because they feel like it's going to bring in trouble. And this is why I said what I said yesterday. Why people point the finger too fast without even asking, what needs can I help you with? And this is why I was explaining to people about how when New Yorkers judge too fast, this is why you guys make mistakes quite often. I noticed that quite often guys make so many mistakes. Now in Japan, that's you make too many mistakes at a work job, you can get fired. So here it's like you do something to someone, you violate their rights, and someone notices it, but no one speaks up. You do something wrong, people never speak up. And then you do something right, but people still don't speak up. You know why? Because they're like, but why help that person? But this is the problem. This is the problem now. Problem is people make judgments too fast because they all think one person that is homeless, and this applies to every other person that is homeless in New York. So he or she screws up. You think every other person out there that is trying to survive is just like this person. No, you have no idea. So when I was working in Wisconsin at Porchlight under the state of the Alliance of Wisconsin, right? And I just felt like there were a lot of things at Porchlight that need to be addressed. And now when it's being addressed, it's now Porchlight thinks I'm a threat. I'm not the threat. You guys were the threat. You allowed this to happen on on first of all, you allow this to happen in your facilities. You allow it to happen consistently. You guys knew about the ongoing problems. People complained about it, and you still did nothing about it until I came along, worked for you, and started making reports, grievous reports. Then I get really frustrated for the fact that my colleagues hated it. Yes, I'm using the word hated because they did not like or approve that I was giving, clients, individuals, people like yourself, the right to file a complaint. That's their right to file a complaint because you did something you're not supposed to. And this is why a lot of the men and women and children that uses the Porchlight system or Porchlight Inc. in Madison, Wisconsin, don't trust Porchlight. It's like it's the only one in this kind. It's the only one in the area that supports Madison. Only Madison. But when it comes down to like trying to help someone accomplish goals, they don't do anything. They just take from you instead. So I hope the music it's not interacting. Okay. Because it's not picking it up because I can see it on my mic levels. So that's the good part. But with that said, everyone, I'm just sitting here testing and trying to. I believe this low latency is working better than the normal latency issues because it was too long. It was like a minute, 2 minutes would be such a delay. And I'm like, I'm not a big fan of that. Not a big fan. Trying to see how many people will come into the live stream. So, as I said, guys, you guys want to support the channel, just hit the like button, subscribe, share the content. If you guys want to support financially, there's a PayPal, Cash App, Venmo down in the description below. Can't miss it. I have everything easy to set up, especially PayPal, because most people think about PayPal as you gotta sign up, you gotta register. No, I made it so you can donate. So, but with that said, everyone, it seems to be working good. Let's check battery life. Battery life on the 7D surprisingly is good. And battery life, well, I do have that. I have the Genie adapter set up. I'm not sure if I made a video about that. So I bought a dummy battery for the Canon cameras, right? So I can constantly use it as a webcam. And instead of keep charging batteries, I need to buy another one actually for this camera. So I can have two, so I don't have to use batteries. I can use the batteries when I go out and shoot. Now, I have 6 batteries in total. Yeah, what an investment. It's Canon batteries that I have the most. I have 2 that are not Canon batteries. But the Canon batteries seem to have a warranty on them, so therefore I am going to use the Canon batteries because they give out, they work better than most third parties. And some third parties do work. Uh, so take it with a grain of salt, everybody. So hopefully you can see me through this camera, and you can see my close-up face from this camera. Hmm. Yeah, solid. Hmm. Ow. Yeah, this tooth is coming out. So in the comments, in the live chat, guys, I can read your live chats. Oh yeah, there's another reason why I got this polarizer on it. So it deflects glare on like my phone. If I take this polarizer that I got from Irix, but thank you Irix Lenses for sending this out. Irix USA. Thank you so much, Sarah, for sending this out to me ASAP. But if I would take this polarizer off, you can see a lot of glare. Well, I technically don't not have the brightness up, but I can read all your comments. And then if I want, I can set this phone up and I can read the comments from there too. Or I can use this as a teleprompt. See, it's like 15-second, maybe about a 15-second delay. Low latency, baby. Yeah. What's the guy with the cook, the salt babe? He's like, whatever. Whatever was on Park Avenue, and when I saw that restaurant, I was like, that's actually really a restaurant. I'm a panda. I can cook better than him. Look at my ramen dishes. Actually, yeah. So you guys want to? Yeah, this is last night's dinner. Actually, the bowl of ramen place that is around here, so expensive. Going to the city next time to get my ramen for $10. $18 for a bowl, a little bowl too. Oh my panda! How dare you take? What's up, Z? Z's in the house. But yeah, give me a little tiny bowl. Like no, in Japan, in China, in South Korea, we get big bowls. Don't give me this American-sized small portion to try to profit. Give me those goddamn ramens. Come on, man. So bad. Cheap. Just give me the food. Yeah. I'm looking for my white claw. Where's my wiping cloth? I thought I brung it down here. I guess not. Oh. But with that said, ooh. What's up, Z? Good to see you in here, friend. Okay, so Space Junk says the pictures of your ramen looks better than the local ramen place. It's greasy in the nut. So I buy my packs of ramen from this Asian market called we did the tour yesterday from City Acres. It's not cheap, but it's made fresh. It's in the pack. So what I like to do is rinse them off first before I cook with them. Dry them out, add some flour, and then shake up the excess flour, and then I put them on the side. I cut my onions, my mushrooms, my radish. Uh, I do add a little bit of garlic, but not too much, because some of these ramen noodle pastes have garlic flavor inside. But I love garlic. Oh my panda, I love me some garlic. Don't you dare tell me not to ever love garlic. If you ever tell me to love garlic, me and you are fighting. I'm just saying, we fighting. But anyway, but I also make fried dishes. I make most of my dishes are vegan, and I made these guys some like a couple weeks ago. A dish, a plate. They went nuts. I'm like, dude, it was like the right amount of spice, just the amount of, just the Brussels sprouts itself, how they were cooked perfectly. They were crunchy, but not soggy, but not wet, but just had that bite where you bite down and just. And then I add some red peppers, some yellow peppers. Then I add me some onion. Now, two types of onion. I use the white or red onions to give them suck up that oil and moisture and the salt, and so that is the trigger for having a balance of like salt, pepper, seasoning, because the garlic is going to absorb that, but also onions. I mean, not garlic, onions. The onions are going to absorb that. And what happens is that onions also have its own acidity taste. Now, if you ever did an experiment with onions, which I have done this before, I took onions, I crushed onions, right? Take the tofu, put it on top, leave it in the refrigerator to dry and brine for like 24 hours. Then I took one that was grated into mesh, and then dumped that on top, left that tofu for 24 hours. Then I did another one experiment where I took the onion juice and just soaked the tofu in the onion juice for 24 hours. Then the end result was that I actually like the pulp version than the juice, because the juice just made the tofu a little bit too oniony. You know, the pulp just left an amount on it, but it was decent enough where it didn't soak up like a sponge, which it did, but it it wasn't so intense as the pulp juice of the onion. Yeah, I know I do some crazy cooking experiments, but Space Junk says me too, but my spouse hates garlic and onion. Oh wow. Well, you tell her or your spouse that she's missing out on the benefits of garlic and onion, and you tell her it's okay to fart. Is she worried about she don't want to? Some people do that. It's like, hey, I don't eat onion. I don't want to fart. I don't want to fart in public. Man, listen here. You fart as much as you want in public. Doesn't matter. It's a free country. Actually, it's a free planet. Fart, fart, fart. But garlic, one garlic a day, and your vitamins. You gotta have it. So, with that said, everyone, I'm just here testing out this. Again, we've been into this live stream for an hour and 4 minutes already, and I don't see anyone donating ramen or the Chinese food. Where's my food? I'm waiting. Where's my delivery? I don't see you guys cooking. I would come to your house and probably eat your whole refrigerator. Well, I won't touch the meat, but everything else, yeah. So it is 3:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in New York City. I'm at the local NY hostel and bar establishment. They do have music in the background. You guys probably cannot really hear it, but so far you guys are saying that it's very slightly there, and YouTube's not gonna really copyright me for that, is it? Nah, I don't think so, because literally this is not my establishment, and YouTube wants you to just like, oh, you can't make your video in an establishment like this. Oh, well, maybe some people want to see this establishment, and I can't tell. Excuse me, can't tell someone that owns this establishment. Can you shut your music off? This is the whole vibe thing here. Like you walk in the bar, music, the projectors. I guess that's a 4K projector screen. Yeah, because we were watching the other. What was it? A couple days ago, a week ago, like 6 days ago, I was here. They were watching a movie about Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson, the basketball player. I was like, oh, really? He was that dorky and that naive when he was a kid? Oh, wow. Shit. But then again, you know how story writers like to gas up and make it seem like, oh, Magic Johnson was this innocent person, but he wasn't. He had his fair shares of drugs and his fair shares of prostitution in women. Yeah, in women, you know. Mm, don't judge me. Mm, mm. Yeah, 15-second delay. Perfect. Mm, I love it. So we got Just Married to You all the way from Georgia. Welcome, Georgia. Well, Just Mary. We should give her a nickname. Can't call her Just Mary. Hmm. Gotta give you a nickname. Yeah. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing good in Georgia. I hope it's warmer because this weather we have in New York City is terrible. So, yeah, it's warm one day, a few days, and then now it's cold for the next few days, and warm again and cold again. It's so troublesome. But I really here like a little because it was raining last night and today and snowing today, and the sun just came out just for a peek, and it's gonna snow again. Oh my panda! It's gonna rain and snow, and the temperature's gonna come down. So it will be some icing, which is dangerous. So, but thanks to you, lovely people that supported. Well, yeah, because I ended up. If you didn't see my community post, I posted on my community. I just spent the last $120. So, and yeah, gotta gotta eat salad. Mm, mm. But anyway, we were talking about the topic of this video, why I choose hostels, or why hostels are better than hotels, and why I stay at the hostels. Now, I explained it already about how you can save money, you can meet people from all different parts of the world, Australia, London. We got two Brits. We got two Brits and one Irish. Yeah, for Ireland. Uh, yeah. But fair warning, if they try to go, if I'm telling this from experience, if they try to bring you out to drink, fair warning, you better be on your drinking game, because these guys can drink. So this guy literally offered me a drink last time. I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's have one. At least I'm not buying it, right? That's why I need something like Pilsner. It's like, oh, we ran out of the Pilsner. And I was like, are you serious? You got no White Claws? This is the thing. I wish this hostel had White Claws, because that's the most healthiest. Well, not healthy, but it's a hard seltzer. Come on, guys. White Claws are the bomb. Beer kind of overblows you, makes you feel full. Yeah, it's something that, like, I'd rather drink sake. But you know, but anyway, they want to literally bring you outside to drink, have fun, and that's the best part about being in a hostel. Sometimes is that it's not a lot of people at this. See? Oh no, it's this camera. It goes idle every like 25 minutes, 20 minutes. What's the deal? I'm recording this. Oh my panda, what am I doing? Guys, I'm like, what is he recording? Alright, so gotta fix my popper grip. You see that? You see that? Yeah, that's my Sailor Moon shirt. So, but anyway, guys, wanted to emphasize my setup. This is my setup. Got you guys on a gimbal. You can see it through this camera. This is the gimbal. I guess we could talk about the gimbal a little bit more, because it's been a little bit of troublesome with this gimbal and hit and miss. And then I had to buy weights. The small rig 100-gram weights. I don't understand that. It's like, why is this gimbal so complicated? Checking the chats. Like I said, guys, you guys wanna hook up some ramen tonight? You guys know what to do, right? Yeah. Subscribe, like, and share. If you guys want to donate $1, $2, $3, there's a PayPal, easy to donate. You don't need to sign up. If you are in, does Cash App actually work outside the US? I'm not quite sure, but I got a Cash App and a Venmo. Down in the description below. Donate any amount you want, because Panda's gonna eat tonight. Mm. What's a good gimbal for Android? For Android phone, can I, let me demonstrate a gimbal. And let's talk about this particular gimbal, because this is the flaw that I noticed yesterday. And I'm going to demonstrate it live so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So this is the DJI Osmos 4 SE, right? Small, light, portable, and it has this magnetic piece. So, but here is the problem. Let's turn this on. Give it time to like calibrate. Let's see this. See how it's not calibrated this time? Now, turn it off again. Here's the problems. Now, it's straight. You see that? It's straight now. But this is one of the problems with this gimbal. If you walk down the street, it's this. You see what I'm doing? The DJI Osmo 3 didn't do that. It's because this motor for this is not as strong as the 3. It would never like bop, give you that vibration that you see in my live streams, that shakiness that you've been seeing. It's because of this gimbal. The DJI Osmo 3, which I like better, wouldn't do this. It would keep steady no matter what. But this, when you walk down the street, see, you can feel the bop. Even when you do this, you can feel the bop. You can feel this. I say a bop because you can feel it like moving. It's like, no, this is not the perfect gimbal. But the best gimbal I recommend right now is the Zoom 5 or the Zhiyun Smooth 5. Dude, people are talking crazy good things about that gimbal. So if I recommend it, I'll put it down in my... I should put that in my description links, actually. This one, particular, this gimbal here, this feels like a toy. Doesn't feel like a man's toy or a woman's toy. It feels like a kid's toy. It feels cheap. And for the price tag, for what they're asking for, yeah, I'm kind of hurt. I'm kind of hurt by that. You know, that's not very. It's not a very good gimbal if it can't balance a gimbal, an iPhone Max, an iPhone 11 Pro Max. What is that? Oh, so let me look this up here. Zayu Smooth. Oh, there it is. 5. That gimbal is going for $169. Oh, let me just show you right now on the display on the screen. So, look at that. I'm monitoring everything from... All right. I like that dual setup. All right. So, here is the price for this. This is $169. This is a Zhiyun Smooth 5. Gimbal stabilizer. It's for any freaking phone. This thing can handle the weight. This gimbal cannot handle the weight. This gimbal tends to be a problem with heavier heavier smartphones. Doesn't matter if it's the Galaxy S22 or like S21 Ultra. It just cannot handle it. This is more for light phones, in my opinion. If it can't not stabilize footage, especially live stream footage, I looked at my live stream footage and you can see the bop, but that's not what I'm talking about. The walking. That's not what I'm talking about. The shakiness, like the left and right. That's what this gimbal does. It's not strong enough. I'm just being honest. So this is the best gimbal right now today. This gimbal right here. I'm actually going to copy this link. And I'm going to oops, put it in the live chat right now, so you guys can get your hands on it. Now, you click my Amazon links, I get a little bit of kickback because I'm an Amazon affiliate, so it does really help. Now, I did turn on monetization on this video. Why is it off? This is why, oh my panda, YouTube is such a problem. I turned it on. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. All right, I'm gonna take some of these items out of my video description. I don't need that. Nope. Don't need this in here. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys, but I need to clean this up a little bit. I even left a link to this hoodie, Assassin's Creed hoodie, with the V-neck, everything. I left it down in the description. It's called the Panda Assassin's Creed hoodie. If you want one of these are pretty cool. I'll leave it down in the link as well, so you guys can go grab that as well. I'm going to leave the wireless audio system in the gimbals. Oh yeah, I do have the gimbals in the descriptions. If you guys look, five. Yeah, if you guys look, I have it underneath the best mobile gimbals right now. And I think I'm going to take off the 4. Because it's not the best gimbal. Been having some, like I said, been having my own difficulties with the gimbal. So, yeah. I'm also going to leave the link to the Hagibikitis RGB Queen 10 light wand here in the descriptions as well. So you guys can pick that up. Oh, wow. Did I just do that? Yeah, I did. That was stupid of me. Alright, I left it, now it's there. The Zion Smooth 5. Guys, go check it out if you guys want to buy a gimbal. The Zion Smooth 5 link is right there on an Amazon link. So, go hit it up. But, if you guys want to support the channel, please, just all you have to do is share it. Now, this video is not trying to compare, but I do want to say more things about YouTube, and thank you guys for the subscriptions, because we now have, I mean, we got 4,614 subscribers, but the revenue keeps going down. And we're going to talk about that as well, because I feel like YouTube just did something shady. Now, I might be wrong, but I notice every time I get to a certain threshold, right? YouTube is always there to bring me right back down. Now, my estimate revenue was going up to $127. Then suddenly, 4 or 5 days ago, it just drops every single day. Drop, 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 drop. And now it's back to $88.98. I'm like, how did it like literally drop $30 instantly within 5 business days? And I'm thinking about people watching, people are paying attention, people are, oh, someone just asked me this question. Hey, Panda, what the gimbal you want? What? What's... So, Bill Lewis left a comment in yesterday's video. Hey, Panda, what's the gimbal you want to mention in this video? I think he was trying to ask... See, I have to do this every day. Gotta answer questions, actually comments. Let me just... Wait. Let me answer these comments. This is what I have to do all the time. This is why I ask you guys for the biggest support. So thank you for that support. Thank you mentally for your guys' sacrifices and everything, because... But... I'm going to say but... Oops. Yeah, let me fix that, actually. Soon as I gotta fix everything while I'm doing a live stream. That's such an embarrassment. So I hope that the audio system's not picking that up because I really don't want to get copyright strike. I really don't. And see, YouTube already demonetized this video. Don't know why. Are they automatic demonetize? Why do they keep doing that? Like, how you automatically demonetize a video when you don't even watch it yourself? It's just like I said, YouTube's AI bot is so buggy. So buggy. That's a pretty dumb question to ask me, but you know what? I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna say this. Why would you ask me a question? This is from MIQ. He left a comment 7 hours ago. Do I have a passport? You guys are probably saying, what? 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 Yeah. Do I have a passport? Isn't that pretty weird question to ask someone that does have multiple passports? Hey, Tim. So many poor people from Ukraine and Russia is across U.S. Mexico border these days. What's the U.S. government supposed to do with all of them if they can't even handle the homeless crisis across the states? My friend. I have no idea. That's the question. Like, this is why I said yesterday's video, the war on homelessness, right? You got too many homelessness going on in the United States. It's too much. Okay? And now, take it from me. Being in Japan and seeing all the homeless there, even the homeless are respected by the government elected, or the diplomats, or the prime minister. The police respect them because of what? They don't do anything to harm people. And this is the difference between the U.S. The U.S. likes to, oh, we want to show support to outside work. I mean, show their support to outside communities, but don't want to fix the community within. And that's a good question, Tim, because it goes to show you how much that we don't care about each other, because so many people are crossing the border through the Mexico border to get into the States. And so you're going to give, this is it, you're going to give, I understand there's a war of the country breaking out, and I'm so sorry that it's happened to Ukraine, but this person has no foundation whatsoever in the States, but I do. But you give this person a hotel, meals, $500 food expenses for the 2 weeks or for the month, but you can't give me that? And I've been paying my taxes. I've been paying you guys out of my ass as a photographer. 35% taxes come out my pocket to give to you, and you cannot provide me a sense of comfort and let me know this is the greatest country in the world. But no, no, no. You give that resource to someone that is escaping their own problems. It doesn't have to be war. It could be just their own problems from their country, or try to seek asylum in the country. So yeah, I do question those things about how the U.S. actually attacks homelessness versus immigration reform. Now, as someone, that's a really touchy topic, but I just feel like it's very irresponsible for the U.S. to give someone that does not have any foundation, that has not worked their ass off, to actually get to where they are, and you won't give them proper assistance. What is it? Then you want us to sign up for, I don't know, what's it called? Food stamps or welfare? No. I just, I refuse to do that when I can physically go out and work on my own. But then again, I've been doing this on my own for a long time and still pay my taxes. That's crazy. Paying too much tax in too many countries, actually. I love that question, Tim. Thank you for bringing that up because because this is what I was talking about, the GoFundMe project, right? The GoFundMe just stopped till it ceased. Like everyone, if you go to the GoFundMe webpage, Ukraine. Some of those are scams. This is why you gotta donate to the main organization that is doing more justice. Because these GoFundMe scams about Ukraine this, Ukraine that, struggling, these are people cashing out. So be aware of where you donate to. If you're going to support Ukraine, make sure you support the right links and the right people. Because some of these GoFundMes are kind of scams. This is why I never liked the GoFundMe. But now, since this war started, all eyes are on Ukraine. There's no eyes on Panda Photographer's life story anymore. That stopped to the cease. Yeah, that video on invisible people, that video is stopped. It's not even gaining traction anymore. But people want to donate $10,000, $20,000, $5,000. $5,000. Wow. Someone did donate $5,000 to me when I first opened the GoFundMe. And I think that person, Alan, is a big supporter of the invisible people. He seems to be more involved with invisible people by watching their content. I noticed in all their videos, I see the same guy posting. So he has a good heart. So I give him that. But like I said, all funding stopped. No, there's been no donations. There's been nothing really coming in. Ever since this war started, it was like it just halted. It stopped. Like it not since the war started, but it's been doing that even before, because this is what talks about Ukraine, and then people. This is why the media got you. This is why the media has you by the throat, because you guys fell right into their trap. They want you to listen and forget about what problems you have here in the States, or as of right now. The problem that you have here in the States is the problem of crime, theft, hate crime against Asian Americans and Asians alike. Such a bad thing. Mind you, once again, I had some Japanese parents that literally took care of me. Think about that. And I'm not even close to Asian. You see that? This is full on chocolate. So yeah, this country is a little bit two-sided sometimes. It's confusing. Like, wait, you're gonna give your American aid when you have a problem here with homelessness? So bizarre. So bizarre. You got people literally wish they could just get off the streets overnight, and you can't even promise that for just 2 days. You can't even do that. You rather. This is what organizations in New York City. I think I talked about this before, about a Chinese billionaire came to New York a couple years ago. I think it was in 2010, maybe. I'm not quite sure. Let me Google that actually. So he gives money. He's supposed to give money to each and every homeless person that was at this dinner. Turns out the dinner, they had to wait. They went to the dinner. They had to go to some other place. And then the organization or the shelter told them, no, don't give the money because they're going to buy drugs with it. First and foremost, I want to say this. Not every homeless person does drugs, alcohol, substance abuse, okay? Did I say that word right? So they were wrong for even telling the billionaire like they're going to do drugs with it. Yeah, there you go. So the guests had a luncheon at the Billy Boathouse in Central Park, right? Chen Gaoyou is a Chinese millionaire. If you read that article, I want you guys to type up billionaire Chinese come to NYC to feed the homeless. This story happened in 2014, actually. And the the idea seemed very good, but how these organizations in New York City were trying to convince this millionaire, to not give the homeless any money because they were supposed to give out in envelopes. They said, "Give us the money." You see that? Give us the money. What did they do with that money? We have no idea because now, as the article states, right, that the shelter that received the money won't even give the amount disclosure how much the guy or the millionaire gave to the organization. So someone was pocketing money and giving because they have it. Dude, if you receive a large funds, you have to give that to the city. You don't pocket into your pocket or hey, write a check to me, to this organization, write a check to me. I felt like there's some shady practices going on. This is why we can't trust the homeless system as a whole. Because there are people out there that are really and ready to actually rip people off like you and me. Someone that could use the money at the time for transportation. Not drugs, but transportation. But nope. He was told, I want you guys to read that article. It goes on for quite some time. So Chen, initially 46 years of age, initially hoped to invite 1,000 homeless, and in those envelopes, $300 in cash. Think about that. In those envelopes, there's $300 each, and 1,000 homeless people. But the security concerns were raised by the homeless advocates of the police force trying to change his plan. Yeah, you see how homeless advocates and the police, New York NYPD was telling them you shouldn't give out the money. He had his own private security. It wasn't really going to happen. Then Chen was encouraged to the homeless to attend to visit the shelter and hand out $100 bills himself. But the shelter told him no. They told him no because they are going to do drugs with it. This is where a lot of the homeless got outraged. This is why New York is so bad at fixing the homeless problem. You think every homeless person does drugs? Wow. If you think that, then you're a bigger idiot. Guys, read this article here. June 25th, 2014, 5 p.m. And yeah, you can read this article. There's more articles about it, so you guys be aware of what this Chinese millionaire tried to do. But you know how other Americans are. Ching ching, the eyes grow green. They grow green, and yeah, I just feel like that was totally unacceptable. Unacceptable by whoever was running that shelter. That's downtown Chinatown, actually, right across the street or from the courthouse. Some shady people there. They just saw money and it's like, no, give it to us. And I guarantee you, someone pocketed money. So Tim says, you are so unique as a homeless person. Don't do drugs, alcohol, tobacco, no meats. Do you ever thought about rating a book? Now, let's go back to the alcohol part. I do like sake and soju. And I had the sake and soju with my Japanese friend that was here, Nako, like the first week of February. Remember? We went out to dinner to to Kika was cheap as hell. Oh, my panda. Ooh, my panda. Just thinking about Kika makes me hungry. Oh, my panda. I really got some good ramen. Into Oden. Oh, I loved Oden. But I do drink sake and soju. And occasionally White Claws, because that's why I said earlier about White Claws is a better healthy alternative. But have I thought about writing a book? Yes, I actually wrote a short little book, and then I lost all my notes. Yeah, I got robbed in San Jose, California, a couple of years ago. Yeah, that was out of nowhere. uh, corrupt on the max. Yes, corrupt on the high level. I'm assure you, someone pocketed that money and only gave the city a certain amount of that money. I hope it's worth it. This is why I just can't trust the homeless system here in New York City or the people that work for it because they're all part of this whole scam to to use your information as a statistic to get funded. Listen, I'm giving you my information, my social security. You're getting grant money to house me, then use that money to house me. Don't use the money and let it sit there. You say, oh, it has to go to something else now. You're just using people as a way to get a number from HUD, HUD. Yes, Tim, I really thought about writing a book. And I'm still kind of writing notes down on my computer. So, yeah, that might be something that I have been working on, but trying to keep a secret from you guys until the right moment comes. But now, since we are talking about it, we just gotta bring it up now. So, yeah. See? What is the deal? Every 20 minutes, 23 minutes, just goes off. But I love how this video is synced perfectly. Very perfectly. Actually, I got this LED light. Let me turn it up a little bit. There we go. We can turn it up a little bit. We can turn it up a notch, right? Nice. Very nice, Panda. Very nice, Panda. Yeah. Well, welcome to my live stream setup on my laptop. Uh Appreciate it. Do you think it's the battery saving mode? No, I turned that off. It's not. It just goes on idle. Because if it was, it just completely shut down the camera. So, but if you guys want to buy ramen, if you guys want to buy me some ramen tonight, I could probably fix that power saving issue with a little bit of food boost. No, I'm kidding. I am so kidding, dude. I don't know. I've been eating. Okay, so I was staying here off and on. I was eating a lot because I want to eat out on the streets. I'm still cheap. I am still cheap. Dude, I don't understand why water tastes so good. Water tastes so freaking good. I don't understand why water is not like $20 right now a gallon. I drink so much of it. Like, see, I can see you guys on the screen. Yeah. Everyone that's walked by here was like, is it YouTube? Yes, I am YouTubing inside the hostel. And I got big kahunas. Big kahunas. You see these big balls? I'm kidding, guys. Oh my panda. But thank you guys. Please hit the like, subscribe. If you guys want to support the channel, you guys know what to do. Share, leave a comment. Guys have any questions? You can ask it because this was a random live stream. Wasn't really planned to go on with doing this for quite some time. But then again, I am testing out how long I can live stream for. Now, I noticed I can live stream for more than 6 hours. I know I can do that. I know I could probably do a 12-hour live stream, but I don't have 12 hours. I spent $120 just off of the 2 days here. And I'm trying to actually make my money back by selling prints. Guys, I'm selling prints. 11 by 14s. Okay, we talked about that earlier today. Now, if you guys want to buy a print, it's $50 for 11 by 14. I do have my own ways how I print my images, and any professional would tell you if you're going to print your images, make sure it's a TIFF file because the TIFF file holds a lot more information for the photograph and it helps keep colors and detail. So, yeah. Well, it was $60. Well, technically, it was $57 a night. Yeah, so yeah, I'm trying to make my money back because I was contemplating, should I just spend one night and then buy food with that, or should I just spend 2 nights because it's gonna be cold for the next 2.5, 3 days, or should I just like hang out at the hostel, see whoever leaves food left over, which someone did leave a nice salad. So yeah, and as I said, the donation to go up, the GoFundMe has stopped. People have not really been donating. I got a $25 donation last night, and then I ended up realizing that, yeah, that would probably go to my Venmo because I owe Venmo $15. Because I don't even understand how I got a negative balance on my Venmo. I gotta look at it, but it's probably something to do with one of my bills. So that's another thing that I'm kind of worried about. The part when I'm wearing my shirt, keep the P.O. box. Now, I made a video about the P.O. box and how United States Postal Service, in my opinion, the service does not adequate to what I need it to be. And honestly, every year there's a price increase. No, that's too much money. It wasn't never a price increase 10 years ago. Why are you constantly doing this 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022? I was paying maybe $17 for a P.O. box. It went from $17 to $30, $30 to $39, $39 now $48 for a 3x5 small P.O. box. Imagine if I had the big P.O. box still. Oh my panda, they would charge me a buttload for that P.O. box. And RC3 NYC says, damn, that's a lot for a hostel. And it is, but it's better than a hotel, bro. I just explained that in this video. Why hostels are better than hotels. Some people go to hotels. Let me explain this. Some people go to hotels because they want to feel important. Look at me. I'm going to the Hilton, everybody. Yay. Look at me, everybody. I'm going to the fucking hostel. What's a hostel? I show you. Oh, this is the hostel? Oh, this is a pretty cool place, man. You got a kitchen. You got laundry down here. What hotel does laundry for you? What hotel can provide free Wi-Fi? And I'm not talking about the free complimentary Wi-Fi that is so slow that it forces you to pay an extra 20 bucks just to have the premium Wi-Fi. You know what I'm talking about, guys. That knockoff, ripped off Wi-Fi prices at the Hilton, the Marriott, and it's to stay at those places. How many nights do you spend in a hostel a month? Well, technically, this hostel only has 28 days stay, so I'm trying to spread them out. So most hostels have a 21-day or 28-day limit. Some hostels have 14 days during the summer and 21 days during the winter. So you only can stay within that 21 days. Oh my panda. Oh, the battery went dead. Oh, my panda. Okay, guys, give me 1 second. The battery just went dead. I thought I had a full battery now. Give me a second. Give me a second. So I have to take one of these batteries. I have to put them inside this camera. So I'm gonna have to disable the gimbal. Right. All right. So now we know that that battery lasted. Okay. So we know what battery that is. All right. It. Oh wow, it's not even coming on again. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to actually try to fix this. It won't turn back on. It says error. Uh-oh. Houston, we got a problem. We got a problem. Error 80. What is? There we go. Yeah, now I'm in business. Perfect. All right. Now I gotta fix this focus again. Oh, my panda. Actually, yes. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, that's better. Now, it seems a little bit out of focus there. Okay, that seems about right. Right? All right, that seems fair. Okay. No, the battery died. So I'm using the STK LPE6 battery. I'm sure you guys can see this battery. Using this battery, it's not a Canon battery, but it lasted for about an hour and 50 minutes. So we know now when you live stream, these third-party batteries last for about an hour and 50 minutes. So, yep. And the Canon batteries, I have not been using them because apparently I just go to my bed, just take a battery and whatever. But this one is actually a 26 milliamp hour battery at 19.2 megawatts, but it's 7.4 volts. My other batteries are like 7.2, 7.3. This is sterlingtech.com batteries. Yeah, that's what this is. But with that said, yes, I know in an economy. Wait, I know. Yep, I know. It is in an economy and even Motel 6 slow as. How many nights do you spend in the hospital? So, like I was talking about, there's only 28 days in some hostels, 21 days in some hostels, and sometimes they split it through the season. Sometimes you can stay 14 days in the winter, summer, but 21 days in the winter. So HI does that. Sometimes they actually no, they don't do that anymore. Actually, have it do the whole year now. So I know Boston, you can stay up to 28 days in Boston. New York, you only can stay up to 14 days. Uh, Hostels in California, like Yellowstone and all those other places, might do 21 days, depends. But then again, they get a lot of traffic flow from tourism, so it could vary. I just wish me and HI didn't have this rocky relationship. I'm a panda. See, this gimbal never actually calibrates correctly. Oh my panda. This is why I don't recommend the DJI Osmos 4 SE. Don't recommend it. It feels like a kid's toy. What's up, David? All the way from Australia. You know, just waking up, buddy? Yeah, David's taking me out to dinner tonight, guys. So, yeah. Oh, man. Well, well, David, I'm actually this video was intended about hostels versus hotels, but then again, we also tested the low latency with certain Wi-Fi. Uh, so I got my low latency on, but I have it at 4500 uh bit rate at CBR for live streaming. See, everybody has an Osmos backpack. I'm telling you guys are missing the point why I got Osprey backpacks. They are so good. So good. Trying to make my money back from this hostel stay. Oh my panda. It's cold outside. And snowing and raining and it's miserable, it's windy, and the hostel prices went up. So yeah, I was not expecting that. So trying to sell my prints, man. Trying to sell my prints so I can get some food, some real food, some ramen. I am. I am. I am staying here because I have no choice. Because I didn't want to get wet like I did last week. And yeah, that was terrible. We chose the wrong spot. And how the rain and the weather comes down here in New York is just unbelievable. So I'm eating someone's leftover salad. Today I'm being a rabbit. So, $120 for 2 nights. Oh my panda. I was paying like $88 at one point for 2 nights. New York City is becoming an expensive place. This is why No one can. I don't understand how people can live in New York City and continue to live here. You know why people continue to live here? It's not that. It's not like they can just pick up and go. The reason why also is because I live in New York. I'm the shit. Let me tell you, I see that in Manhattan all the time. This is New York, baby. Where you originally from? Delaware? Normally, I would have the chat box open. Guys, I can't believe this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I want to show you guys. This is what YouTube does the best. We are live streaming right now. They automatically demonetize the video. Look at the radio show. They actually copyrighted me for it. That's pretty sucky. That pretty sucks. They left it. Don't let food go to waste, you know? Yeah, don't let food go to waste. Can't believe how grocery stores would throw out perfectly good food here in New York City. You know what I mean? Restaurants and markets do it daily. It should be against the law to throw away food. But people do it here in New York. Oh, we got a 1957 donation from David Oster, all the way from Australia. He definitely wants to see me eat that ramen. Oh yeah. You know, secretly, guys, let me tell you a little secret, but David's my dad. Like, yeah, I know you guys are like, wait, what? What would you just said? He's your dad. But he's Australian. You never heard of black Australians before, brother? Come on, eh? Instead of giving them to the homeless or soup kitchens. So let's go back last year when we came to New York in the summertime. Remember that, guys? And I'm not sure some of you may have remembered, but I posted on Instagram about a place called the Garden of Eden on 107th and Broadway. I post, it still be on my Instagram, literally throw away tons of freaking vegetables and food. Oh, that's not it either. West Side Market, all locations, throw away food right in front of their establishment. And I walked by one night, I'm like, the guy was like, hey, get up to get. I was like, dude, these are fresh watermelons you guys are throwing away. Are you insane? You should be arrested. I took those watermelons and ate the crap out of them. I'm sorry, I just cannot see why you should waste the food when it's right there. But yeah, they throw away food like it's okay to throw away food in New York City. It's not okay. You know what I mean? People work hard to grow that or make that or process that and then spin it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Something went wrong with the gimbal. Oh. Oh, wow. What's going on? See, live streams never go perfectly. Oh, the battery is dead now. Yeah, the battery is dead. Uh-oh. So, I have an idea. Check this out. Watch this. I bet if it was go... Yo, Space Junk says, I bet if it's go, they wouldn't throw it in the trash. You know what? I would have to disagree with that. You know why? We throw away gold every day in the trash. Think about it. Electronic parts have gold parts. Gold, yeah. So we trash gold. We sure do. Like animals. Meow. All right. Leave this in. Nope, that's not the right plug. I gotta charge this gimbal and use it at the same time. I think I could do that, right? Can I? Hold on 1 second. Let me. Wait, something's wrong. I'm not getting any power. Oh, my panda. Stop it. Oh, these sockets suck, dude. Okay, that's better. All right. Yeah. Here we go. That motor is struggling. Why is it struggling? Yeah, why is it struggling? This gimbal is so bizarre. Oh, my panda. I'm homeless myself. It says RC3 NYC, but even a hostel seems a little bit expensive for me. Yeah, $50, $60 a night is quite a bit, but at least it's better than a Hilton hotel when you have to pay a fucking fee of $215 just for one night. Some places $150, and you just get a room with no television cable. Oh, my panda! I can literally come to this hostel and watch my football games. Not football. I'm talking about football, soccer. Yeah, and it's free. Free. All I have to do is like, can you put it on it? Sure, why not? What game is it? It's the Mo's Air Cross 2. See how it's slightly like to the side here? Because it's supposed to be like this. See, the motor is just kicking in. See, that's the problem with this gimbal. I literally spent about 25 minutes trying to balance just the IRIX 15 and the Canon 70D. Apparently, I still have to use the weights. Isn't that another bizarre thing? Like, it likes to lean on one side more than another. And I really don't think that the bar, okay, you know how to slide in the L bracket? Honestly, they should have made the L bracket, like the mouthpiece, a little bit, the tightened knob, a little bit longer. In my opinion, it's just too close to comfort at the very tip of the edge there. I just, but I'm using a polarizer. Now, as I said before, the reason why I'm using a polarizer, I only use, I'm only using the light Sony. Ah, see, but the Canon 70 is not a heavy camera. Oh, yeah, I know you have. David, you have this same gimbal. I don't know how you deal with it. I don't understand how father here deals with it. This gimbal literally is driving me nuts. On a serious note, it literally is driving me nuts. I feel like I want to punch it sometimes. Like, why can you be an easy click, setup, boom, ready to rock and roll? And that's what. But then again, I got this gimbal for super cheap, so I should not be complaining. B&H, this is not a plug for B&H. Everyone, this is not a plug. I'm just saying B&H is your source for your daily audio camera music, entertainment needs, okay? So if I were you, shop your ass at B&H and tell them that Panda sent you, but I'm not affiliated. So, oh wow, they keep doing this thing, stupid thing. Oh my Panda, stop it. I like how B&H has like this verified hold the mouse to verify you're a human being. Look at this. Yeah, it's verified. But guys, thank you for all the subscribers. Thank you for all the support. Oh, I gotta do it again? Are you serious right now? Oh my Panda, what is going on here? This is so bizarre. What the? This is idiotic. So, B&H, guys, I got this gimbal from B&H. But guess how much? Now, this gimbal is still running for $3.99 in some places. But guess how much? In the comments, I want you guys to take a wild guess. How much did I pay for the gimbal? Mind you, I did give away my other gimbal. I didn't ask for money, I just gave it away. I want to see how many people in the comments would get it right. Ooh, someone's close, someone's close, someone's close. Oh, my Panda. Someone's close. Ooh, someone's not too close. Sorry, Space. But this gimbal for that price, I wish. Oh, my Panda. I literally wish that was the case. Okay, so this camera went off again. Oh, my Panda. Every 25 minutes or so. Want to know what's going on with the camera? Well, David, I am using my IRIX 11 right here. Look at that beauty wide. Oh my Panda, look. My hands are so close to the element that you can still see my hands in the frame. Ooh, look at that. Trippy, isn't it? Ooh, Kamehameha. And I'm using the IRIX right here. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of the IRIX lenses, by the way. But the IRIX 11 is surprisingly so good. Oh my Panda. So yeah, I paid $240 with the tax and everything included for the gimbal. And it came with the motor, which is called the iFocus motor. Came with everything. You guys went, wow, yeah, $240. That's pretty damn cheap, Panda. Technically, it was 200. What was it like? $221 or something like that with the taxes and everything. Yeah, but yeah. So yeah, I got my toys back, kind of. I'm missing a few other toys, by the way, guys. But like I was saying before about the GoFundMe and the PayPal, it completely just stopped. How much money do you make a month for doing photography? Just wondering. Uh, I can't really say off the top of my head, but it's not very good numbers. Let's put it that way. How much for the blood? Oh, how much for the blood? Now, I am a type O, so if you want my blood, oh, my Panda, that's gonna cost you, friend. I'm a special kind of type O. But anyway, so RC3 NYC says it depends on the client, and it also depends on why people need to stop being so cheap. Bill Bill Lewis just kicked some cash to you, my friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Bill Lewis, for kicking some cash for some more ramen. Because Panda has this. I had a dream, a ramen dream. Yes, I call it the ramen dream. That I got the most biggest bowl I ever seen since last time I've been in Japan. You know, and The bowl had everything I wanted as toppings. And the ramen was so delicious and the broth was so good. Yeah, guys, I fantasize about food too much. Have you used have you used the GoFundMe money? I actually did. Used all of it. Paid my bills, I owed the bank $1,000. Holy crap. I had to pay the money collector that keeps calling me every freaking day. Yeah, I had a money collector from Wisconsin trying to collect money for something that I totally forgot. Yeah, and apparently it was an old electricity bill, and I didn't realize it. I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I kept telling him, blow up, blow up. And you know how that electricity bill happened? So this is back in 2011, right before I was done with university and everything. We had gotten a very weird roommate, me and Jury. You remember Jury? If you guys remember Jury, she's my Korean roommate, but also good friend from Sawon, Korea. She studied at the UW as well, and our landlord, well, the landlord at the time didn't feel comfortable for me paying more rent than Jury did. I said, but I'm using that room, so I'm gonna pay the rent, right? But she said, I would rather get a third roommate. I was like, but why? We students. We don't want anyone else in the house. So we end up getting someone that turned out to be a psychopath. I'm reading the comments, so I'm sorry. We ended up getting someone that was a psychopath, and she was not very nice. She wanted free Wi-Fi. Now we paid for the Wi-Fi, but she wanted the password. So she was making threats to the landlord, saying that she's gonna get me evicted because I get the passwords. Like that has nothing to do with the rent. Then turns out she was very, I forgot what was her crazy name was. But anyway, yeah, that's how that over time became about because I didn't know about it until like 8 months ago when I was in Wisconsin. Remember with Bob, and then I'm like, how the hell they knew I was in Wisconsin? That's so bizarre. Turns out they be following my YouTube channel because someone probably else told them, yeah, he's a YouTuber, and he's a YouTuber. He can afford to pay the money. Yeah, she was an African American woman that, that was very disturbing, I have to say. Saying very unorthodox things to jury. Like, you can't say that to Korean women. They will literally backslap you so hard. You spin and see your mama 6,700 times in one full circle. How much is a good bowl of ramen? A bowl of ramen. Well, it depends on where you go, Mr. Lewis. Mr. Lewis, depends, especially in New York. I only go to places that I know that makes it good. My Japanese friend place called Gen's Japanese Restaurant. So he took over from his father, but he's like me, the sake experience guy. He can tell you what kind of sake you should eat with your food. But Gen's Japanese Restaurant in Brooklyn is good. Kinkuts is good. Myrtle Daiyu used to be good, but they don't make bowl ramen anymore. You can't even hang out there anymore. That's unfortunately. That's because of the pandemic. Everyone, small businesses had to survive somehow, so they converted it into a market. But anyway, you could go to St. Mark's Place, but a bowl of ramen should cost you no more than, if you don't get too many toppings, should cost you $10, right? With the basic toppings. But if you want extra toppings and you want this, you want that, it could cost you up to $16. But it's the experience of ramen that would surprise you. Every time you sip the broth or you slurp and sip. Because some people, let me explain this again. There's no shame of slurping and sipping your ramen noodles in public. People eat here like, man, let me tell you, I'm gonna do. I want you to hear my slurp. It's any Asian person would tell you, like, yeah, slurping and sipping is kind of the thing with ramen. You gotta that. Here's another reason why you should slurp and sip and enjoy it, because you also showing that sous chef or the master chef or whoever owns that establishment that you're enjoying their food. They want to see that, like, yeah, like you give them confidence to do it again and again and again and again and again. So slurping, sipping, slurring, and repeating is not a bad thing. Don't listen to some Americans that tell you that's embarrassing. You're not supposed to sip and slurp. Please, slip and slurp all day. Man, you're lucky you have been in Japan. Always wants to go to Japan one day. I would go to Japan one day, but I just got to get my shit together. Let me tell you, Japan is no different from the States. The only difference is the system structurally is more structurally respected more by the citizens than here. You go to Japan and you can't you for instance, smoking cigarettes. A lot of Japanese, some Japanese do it, but here it is. When you smoke a cigarette, don't throw the cigarette butts on the ground. Throw it into the dispenser. A lot of Japanese do it. Okay? So learn how to cope with society in Japan. Second, when you get to Japan, don't go to the bar, don't go to the museum yet. Go to a shrine, pay your respects, wash all the demons and bad luck away, get a blessing, but also bring a blessing. And then you can, once you get that done, then you can have your fun. Third thing you should do, always respect the law in Japan. Never jaywalk in Japan because you will get a ticket, and if you're a foreigner and you keep doing it, they're going to actually to exit out of the country for 60, 90 days, and you can come back because you just broke the law. You can't do that. No one does jaywalking in Japan. So, oh, another thing that you need to be reminded: Japan's work economy, a lot of business women and men love to give business cards like this. So if they give you a business card, don't say no. You have a cell phone. Do you want to use the QR code? No, don't use the QR code. All right, they're giving you a business card to you. You take it, okay, and you say arigato. All right, that's another tip. Don't deny. I just saw someone just deny someone's business card the other day, and I was like, "Ooh, you definitely just screwed up, my friend." Oh my panda, what is going on with this? Oh my panda, he loves to do weird things. The idol is real. So 2 hours and 33 minutes into this live stream, and we have not had an issue other than the cameras going idle for some reason. Uh, RC3 NYC says he'd be right back. Uh, I may be here, I may not be here, but who knows? Don't know if it's still there. So, okay. I miss Taiwan's beef bowls. Oh wow, Taiwan's beef bowls. I love the big chunks of beef and stew and spices. And I never had it, so uh, I need to go back to Maryland because I know one place. Ooh, what's in Maryland? Can you let us know the secret spot in Maryland? Because I didn't know there's a spot in Maryland. Please tell me it. I really like to know, honestly. Oh yeah, we still gotta wear these things, even though New York City has lift most of their mask restrictions in some restaurants, bars, and hotels. Does this thing still light up? Let me see. Oh, it's broken. Yeah. It used to say the Panda Photographer on it, but it still does. It's just this part right here. It's all blacked out a little bit. Yeah, ThePandaPhotographer.com. Look at that. Yeah. But Yeah, I love you too. I love you guys. Turn this off. Money, money, money. All right. But anyway, guys. So Montgomery Village in Glastonbury, Maryland. But I forgot what's the restaurant is called. Oh, okay. It's been more than 10 years since I was in Maryland. Oh, wow. It might not even be there. After the pandemic. Shit. Oh, my panda. Yeah, it might not even be there. I went back to Portland to see if there's any open establishments that I knew, then half of them were closed because of the pandemic. Think about those owners that used to own a restaurant now don't own a restaurant because of the pandemic. How you think they are probably in? They're probably homeless too. Yeah, a good bowl of ramen with a lot of toppings should cost more than $16. If you get massive toppings, that's on you. But most people don't get crazy amount of toppings. You go with the toppings that seem a little bit right with ramen, and then call it a day. Okay. With that said, everyone, we've been live streaming for 2 hours and 26 minutes and 30 seconds, and the low latency is giving me a low latency because I'm watching it from my phone right here, and I can see there's like a 15 second delay. So before it was always like a 2 minute delay with live streams. So bad. But I'm also using my professional cameras to live stream from the IRIX 111. IRIX 11mm f4 with the 70D and the 7D, which I use to record all my videos raw, using Magic Lantern RAW. And yeah, it's been more than 10 years. Okay. And then I asked Mark from Invisible People, because if he needs videographers, he told me that my style is a little bit different. This is not what he's looking for. And I need to be in LA. And I was like, ooh, hey, man, that place is crazy as it is. Oh, my panda. What do you think of the Power Vision S1, the smallest smartphone gimbal? Hold on. It's a Power Vision S1. Oh, come on with this. Wow. Look at this fancy little sucker. Look at Mr. Fancy. I don't know about this. I'm having problems with this gimbal. This is the DJI Osmos 4 SE, and this one doesn't keep a stable when live streaming. When is your next live stream? I don't know. My next live stream could be anytime. It could be tomorrow. It could be 2 hours from now. It could be 4 hours from now. I might pop a live stream at midnight. Who knows? The price is too high. Yeah, the price is definitely too high. Yeah, the price it might be too high, but I don't. Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, but the price is too high. I'm sticking with what I know best. Listen, if you guys want to take it with a grain of salt, the Zion Smooth 5, I've been hearing really good things about it. It's a power bank too. Oh no, I'm not paying. Listen, friend, Mr. Lewis, I am not paying for a gimbal to be my power bank. Here's a gimmick behind that. Here's the gimmick behind that. It doesn't have a large battery to be a pop. It does have a large battery probably to be a power bank, but in reality, you're gonna need all the power you can get if it's handling heavier cameras. For instance, let's go back to my face. Let's go back to this gimbal. See this gimbal here? I shut it off. But guess what? They doing the same technology as DJI was doing with the Magnix. I use this on anything. Not just for the gimbal. I put it on the wall. If the wall has metal on it, ping, anywhere. I can actually do a live stream outside and put this on probably one of the scaffold walk-in areas and post it right there and make a live stream doing that. This is why I use this most of the time. Not this all the time. But this, they should have sold a whole bunch of these because these Magnix are pretty good. But the problem with these gimbals, the more they become lighter and smaller, the more they cannot hold the weight. Now, take it from me as having so many mobile gimbals. I'm gonna say this. Not everyone does proper testing for all these smartphone gimbals. Not everyone does proper testing. Like the manufacturers themselves don't even say, oh, this should be an amount of kilograms for the gimbal to hold. Like this gimbal said it can hold up to heavy cameras, but it won't stop doing this. It's like, even when I do this, you see the jerk? You see that? You see how the arm jerks? The DJI Osmo 3 was the better gimbal than the 4. Because this here will lock into place. So if I, see that? This is moving. If I jerk it back fast, or do a pan shot like this, it jerks the arm to a point where, like, yeah, that's not stable. See, that's not a proper. You see it? You see it? You see this? It just, yeah. The DJI Osmo 3 was the better gimbal, and it handled the heavy load with ease. And not only that, like I said, the joints had lock-in points where you could feel like click, click. This, too easy. Too easy. Be honest. I do like the gimbal because it's light, it's portable, but it can't handle this weight on this phone. And I don't like this. See this? That's no. This is poor design, DJI. There should be a locking mechanism so it doesn't move. And that's what happens when I'm walking. This is moving, causing vibration shaking. Inside the live stream footages, when I do these street tours, oh yeah. I hope it does make sense to you, Mr. Lewis, because like I don't want to sell you a gimbal or promote a gimbal. This is why I left the gimbal links down in the descriptions below. Those are my top recommendations for mobile gimbals for smartphones. Hands down, the DJI Osmo 3 is my favorite gimbal out of all of them. So, and no, not sponsored, was never sponsored by them, don't want to be sponsored by them, because I don't want to promise them something that I can't deliver. And if they want to give me a gimbal, hey, let me test your new 5. But then again, it's probably the same as your 4 SE because it looks exactly similar. This feels like a toy in my hand, even though it is a toy. But this doesn't feel like an adult toy. This feels like a kid's toy. It just doesn't feel robust, like I was explaining about the DJI Osmo 3. It felt sturdy. It felt robust. It felt like it could handle the job. It took a beating hard several times. This can't even probably survive the rain. The Osmo 3 did survive the rain. But this one, I don't think it will. I don't have confidence in this gimbal, honestly. But I just wanted a live stream for as long as I can to see how much, if the low latency will give me a better outcome, and it has. Look at the, like I said, I can put a little light, overhead light on top of me if I wanted to. Guys, I have made a video about lighting your YouTube studio without breaking the budget. I literally stressed that enough in one of my videos back in when I was working in Wisconsin. This was early 2020. That's February 2020 when I made a video about lighting. And I had an overhead, I had a backlight, I had two key lights. Well, and then I had a hair light, then I had the backlight, then I had an overhead light. Yeah. But thank you guys for the support. Thank you for tuning in, chatting, and commentating. How's the audio, by the way? Do you hear any of the background noise from some of you guys? I know some of you guys are not very audio enthusiasts yet, but you will be. Watch enough of my channels. It gives you some tips on how to master the YouTube audio without breaking the budget. Seriously, you don't need to break the budget. And yeah, some of these YouTubers are, when they get the money, they have the money. Yes, they can spend the money for it. And some gadgets are better than others, and they do work without the problems. But still, if you own a budget, you want to just save some money. Just save some money. This is the way I like to do it. H4n Pro, a wireless audio system like the Comica VDlive10. This is what I'm using. This is what I'm using now. See, right here is my most sexy deep voice. Oh, my panda. Watch out now, ladies. Yeah. Oh, okay. Lewis says the audio is great. Oh, my panda. Thank you, Lewis. Mr. Lewis. Thank you for your support and being so proactive in here in the chats. So pretty. Are you still using? Are you still using a dab? What a dab? I'm so lost right now. I have no idea what that meant. What that means. I am so lost. What is a dab? Tap tap tap. What is? What does that mean? Can you let people know in the comments? I am so lost right now. I am so lost. But yeah, Power Rigid S1. Yeah, yeah, right. I won't spend money on that. That's suicide. Oh, digital. Are you? Oh, duh. Why was my brain kicking in? Digital audio processor. Oh wow. Technically, I have three. The laptop has the LGB, which the sound on this laptop is amazing. Oh my panda. It's amazing. Just read in the comments. Then I got the Zoom H4n Pro, and then this. Or I do have another recorder, but it's more of the budget side of. It's like less than $100. Oh, actually, it is a Zoom. It's the Zoom H1. Yeah. External recorder processor is like the Sony. No, I use the Zoom H4n Pro. I like the Zoom H4n Pro. I did have that Sony processor amp that cost like $1,000, and then I sold it for $1,000. I'm not sure you guys remember that back in 2014. I bought this really expensive Sony amp that really did nothing unless you had certain video audio files that had at least 192 and up. Like literally, yeah. I forgot what it was. It's on my YouTube channel. Yeah, I don't use the Sony one. It's too expensive. Sorry, but I'm like I told you, Mr. Lewis, I'm a cheap ass. I'll literally go outside and buy me $2 bowl ramen just to save me money for the next week, which we are planning to do. Because no, not today. Because I really want a fresh, hot, juicy, good bowl of ramen tonight. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. It's like, what's better than sex? Food. That's how I see it. Food is better than sex sometimes. Sex could be boring, sex could be lame, sex could be so. Oh my panda, I can't believe I just had sex with this woman. She did nothing for me. Well, the laptop has the JBL, which we are not using. The JBL speakers on this the Lenovo Y700. Let me see my updates on this laptop. Those videos got more reviews than my others, but people are keep asking this question: how are you still editing and playing Apex Legends on this laptop? This laptop is about to go 5 years old in the next couple weeks, right? So I tell people this is how I do it. Keep up with the hardware. Know how to actually know what you're doing to your laptop. Use VPNs, which I recommend. Yes, I am using a VPN to cover my IP address, even though it doesn't matter where you are. Use a fucking VPN. Don't be stupid, like stupid over there, and don't use a VPN. And next you know, you get your credit card hacked. So it did happen to a woman here. Yeah, but I don't think the hacking happened here. It happened to her computer because I'm sitting on the other side. She said that I never got these charges. I don't know what these charges are. And it seems like someone hacked her information. This is why you gotta use a VPN, people. Use a fucking VPN. Sorry to say the F word, but tell me, oh my panda, it would actually save your life. Use a VPN for your smartphones. I don't care. Use it. It's gonna help make the difference. So, but with that said, everyone, we are 2 hours into the live stream and we have been goofing off. We've also been talking, but I like how YouTube just decided to demonetize the video. Yeah, I'm looking at you, YouTube. Yeah, you, Susan. Why don't I just demonetize the video? Why? Why? We didn't swear for the first 45 minutes of the video. So why did you demonetize it? Oh, I know. Because I've been posting up content. This is why they demonetizing everything, guys. I've been posting videos about conflicts and events on what's been going on structurally in New York City, but also outside New York City, but also the war on homelessness. That's why. They think I'm a nuisance. This is why I don't understand why YouTube doesn't want to show these videos to people that actually have a concern. This is why I said what I said last night in the live stream. The mayor wants to go talk to someone. You should be talking to me. No, I'm not an expert in your city, but I'm an expert in something that you don't have. That's people skills. And I'm sorry, you're not a very people skill person in my opinion. You're like a one-sided guy. And like I said, you're doing what every other fucking mayor of any other city has been doing. You're gonna fail. And it's gonna blow back. Oh wait, it has already blow back on you. Lewis says, I'm a smart geek. If you say so, but I don't know, I'm pretty average. I'm just saying, I'm pretty average. I'm not no one special. But I do like toys and I do like gear. But I also do like, ooh, that sounds good too. Ooh, have you guys ever had a taco pizza before? Oh my god, so see, food. I'm sorry, guys. I can't help myself. I should be a fat. I should be a big guy right now. If you think about it, I should be a heavy set person by now. But nope, can't be heavy set. I don't know. Maybe my body's burned off energy, or oh wow, it's not the inward summertime. Safeway got SWAT working for them. Oh yeah, dude, guys, I swear to you, this video that I made in San Francisco, and while I was in Safeway, it's got more views than any of my videos combined. Like, the video title is called "White Male Calls Two Black Men the N-Word in Safeway in San Francisco." That's the title. It's me like saying, "Oh my panda, he used it. He just dropping it. He just dropping it." And mind you, in that video, the guy lied and said he kicked my dog. There was no dog present at the time. There was no dog when he was escorted out of the Safeway. Where's the dog? Why is no one focused on the dog, but everyone's focused on that N-word? Oh my panda, these spam accounts. Oh my panda, spamming. Oh my panda, stop it. Gotta block this person from the channel again. This is channel called Tex Wiz Techie on Instagram. It's actually a scam. It's a scam account on. I've been seeing it pop a lot, and then there's duplicates of it. So I'm gonna remove all these comments. Oh my panda. And then block these users. See ya. Oh my panda, there's so many of them now. I'm just gonna block it. Just want to show you guys. Let me show you, so you guys can see what I'm doing here. You see these accounts here? See, that was an 8-second delay. Oh, I love when I'm so smart. I'm gonna delete Sally, street homeless or fentanyl addicts and not capable of doing anything no matter how simple it is. You see this comment here, guys? He says, sadly, street homeless are fentanyl addicts. Oh, wow. Not everyone does that shit. Some woman said, do you do drugs? I'm like, no. Do you do drugs? Because that's a dumbass question to ask me. Oh, my panda. Look at this, guys. I gotta do this. YouTube, you gotta make my life easier, man. Look at this crap. Keep posting the same thing. How are you getting 4 likes? Oh, my panda. See? Spam. Spam. Everybody loves a good spam account. Okay, now this screen keeps going off. Stop it. All right. I'm pretty sure it's a bot. Yeah, it is a bot, but it's also spam. You know what the sad thing about all of this is that if I go to my content right now, you remember this video, Homeless in the Heart of the Winter, Madison, Wisconsin? 4 people decided to give it a thumbs down. You know who those 4 people probably are? 4 people that probably worked that porch light. I might still have John Hahira. This is why I have a current EEOC currently active right now against Porchlight. But he's probably one of those individuals like, oh, I can follow his YouTube channel now. Yeah, he's probably the one who's giving me also the thumbs downs too. So, yeah, what a negative person. Oh, my panda. Would you guys like to see those comments he made about waterboarding techniques the CIA, his parents, or his family apparently worked for, which was a lie. We shut that lie down quick. Well, I did. No one in the Porchlight wanted to actually confront him about it, but I did. It's like, your parents are not CIA. You're drunk. You're an idiot. This is why, guys, like, if you're gonna drink, drink responsible. If you're gonna drink, drink to have fun. Don't drink to lie and to impress some hot chick or some hot guy you may like. I don't know what your preferences are these days. People are just, they're not weird. They're just like, they don't tell you shit. I'm like, listen, nigga, I am gay. Or she would just come out and just say, listen, I have a boyfriend. You're trying too hard. I'm not saying to do that. I'm just saying you should, so they don't push it too hard. Because there was, like I said, the British girl that was here. She is beautiful. Oh my man, hot, smoking hot. But I was like, nah, I still love E. Oh yeah, I'm gonna still talk about E. I love E Lee. Rest, rest in peace to my lovely girlfriend, best friend. Didn't do drugs, no alcohol. Just she was just like me, sort of. But I did have my engagements with sake and soju and beer and stuff. But it wasn't like all the time, right? But only thing we wanted to do was eat. And it's one thing that we had in common, that we could eat a lot. She's a tiny. She was like five, five, 5 feet, thin, petite, mung, young lady, right? But could eat her ass off. Oh, when she eat, you can see the belly rise. Oh my god, you can see the belly rise. It was pretty good. But yeah, I'm just gotta make sure to check these comments. This is what I do. But I also wanted to do the live stream to surprise you guys. Be like, oh wow, Panda just did another live stream, but this time it's inside the hostel. And he's using a dual camera setup. Actually, I used to have a 3 camera setup, but bro, all your shut. I'm not gonna say that. It's annoying. It's annoying. It doesn't matter. He kicked the door probably. Oh wow. I don't delete free speech, but yeah, I just don't do it. Because you guys have a right to express your emotions, your feelings. But that's the thing about that video I'm keep talking to you guys about. Oh my panda. It's insane. Let me look it up for you guys. Look at this video. This video has gotten more than. Oh my panda. YouTube also demonetized this too. Look how many views it got. Oh my panda. January 9th, 2021. I'm not going to play more of that. I am not going to play any more of that. Because YouTube loves to demonetize Panda. Yeah, I'm not going to play any more of that. But you guys get it. Like, why does that video get so many views? But my other content that actually has something to do with education, things that make sense, things that you should be aware of, doesn't get the views like this video has. Bizarre, right? It's like YouTube is playing this really screwed up game. And I think they are. But yeah, it got demonetized, and look at all the comments. Oh my god, look at these comments. Let me show you one more time. Look at all these comments. Look at these friendly faces. This one he just spoke the truth. Got 117 likes. Oh, my panda. Look at all these comments. 155. He's scared to go outside, trying to sleep in the grocery store. Oh my panda, that is funny. Look at this. Look at all these comments, man. It's just like people are trying to have a sense of humor about it, but you got people that also not so sense of humor about it. So yeah, you get those individuals, but you get to see what I'm talking about. Like, you guys like more racist shit than you like more education. I'm so. This is what I said when I said earlier about you end up going to support another country, which we all should, but The crisis is here too. Homelessness is a fucking war. It's a crisis. And you guys are giving out free aid when you have Americans starving and need the free aid. I digress. All right, guys. It's about that time to lock and load and time to go. So, with that, everyone, I just wanted to share the 616 people that have subscribed to my channel. I appreciate it. Let's hit it to 5,000 by the end of March. Can we do that? Is it possible? Maybe? That's if you share. You guys want to support the channel financially? All you have to do is hit the thumbs button, subscribe, like, and share. Tell your friends. You know, I'm a YouTuber that doesn't want to do the YouTube thing. I just want to do the YouTube thing to get you people all together so we can have a chat about some stuff. You know? Not about, look at me, look at my fancy $1,000 car. I mean, not $1,000, my $1 million car. Or, look at this. I bought my mom a house. I can't even buy my mom a house. She's not even with us today, so all I have to do is buy one of you guys a house if I ever become a millionaire. If. But Space Junkie said, I hope you do. You hope I become a millionaire? Oh, my panda. You know how much food and bowls of ramen I'm going to be eating? Oh, my panda. That's going to be so amazing. That's a dream. Wake up around delicious food. And you have pandas as your servants. Like, red pandas, yes. Red pandas are my, yeah. Imagine that. Train the panda to be your servant, but also be your muscle. Ooh, that's going to be a fantasy, all right. I know. I had these wacky, animated, funny dreams about doing weird stuff. Sorry, I can't help it. It's just a thing. Okay, look at that. So Amazon. Oh yeah, I want to talk about Amazon before I go because I am so sick of Amazon with these so-called claims. Uh-oh. They keep changing the password here. You could have hot Asian girls feed you. Oh, my bad. Oh, did I actually do that? Louis said I could have hot Asian women feed me. I could, or just get married again. Like grapes. Like grapes. Oh, like grapes? No, dude. No, I cannot see that happen. Here, Master Panda, have some ramen. She accidentally stuffs a bowl of ramen down my throat. Hey, Linda. It's good to see you here as well, Linda. All right. Yeah, Miss Lewis. No, I don't see that. Like, listen, I don't want people feeding me. I do want people to cook for me, but you know, I have two hands. I can feed myself. This is the way I eat. Sometimes, like, yeah, I'm multitasking eating. No, it's just a thing. But Linda Clicks 65 is in here. Thank you for showing up. I know you're probably like, wait, you've been online for the last almost 3 hours? Yes. Because we've been testing out this low latency test. Now I tested out one HD. Okay, so here's the thing. Both HDMI graphic cards are actually transmitting a 4K signal, but it's actually converted into 1080p signal. So yeah. And yes, this camera here, I gotta pay attention to the monitor here. This camera here has the magic lantern on. This is why you see like a kind of like a a C-log profile right now. That's what you see. And this camera also has a C-log profile, but I bump up the colors just a little bit, as you can see. This more has more of this noise, the shadows open up on this camera, and this one doesn't. So hit. But I like when I have a setup like this. Like, hey guys, hello. You can see my face. You can see what I'm doing with this camera. So when I do unboxings or presentations, I can show you the item. Like, for instance, this is what the Comic Con Live D10 comes in. This chargeable portable case. And it turns on pretty good. But it also activates on the microphone when you turn this on. Now it does have a USB, has a reset button. It's off. But what I don't like to take off my cameras is my Sunway Photo. This is my Sunway Photo DPL7 L bracket. Now I use this a lot on all my cameras because I use like I said earlier today, I use a null point system. Null point when I do landscapes, astrophotography, or time lapses or long exposures. You gotta know how to get that null point so things don't look so distorted, especially with wide angle lenses like this. This is a super wide 11 f4. So yes, I'm shooting this at f4. ISO is around maybe 1250, 1000. How's that weather treating you? Oh, weather sucks, Linda. Come on. Why do you think we ran inside the hostel this weekend? The weather just sucks. It's wet, it's cold, it's windy. It's New York City's weather is bipolar. Yeah, but I use this L bracket a lot for subway photo. Now they did send me this uh phone bracket that I've been using a lot lately. Oh my goodness, it is so cool. But yeah, I have one from that camera, one for this camera, and then I also need to get a new tablet. Yeah, I use this to do the portrait editing, sometimes the landscape editing. Got my pen, gotta precisely do the job right. Some people like to do the fast way. But go to my Instagram, ThePandaPhotographer. I just post a couple of new images. Now, if you guys are interested in the prints, they're 11 by 14. That's my start. And I work my way up to like 32s. The higher, the more the cost. But the 11 by, if you guys just want a straight print, I can mail that to you. Who ordered a print? I forgot his name. It's in my email. So let me check that email. Ooh, Indeed. Yeah, I signed up for Indeed, looking for some job improvement. Well, they're supposed to improve the job search for me because some weird, very weird. Okay, I'm just looking to my email. So someone brought a print. I sent it to them. They loved it. And they said that they might order some more. So I can't wait for that to happen. Yeah, I cannot wait for that to happen. If the person, guys, so as I said earlier, my process with printing out my prints, I use TIFF files. Yes, they're large files, but I store a lot of more information and data, so the printer can actually read that data and that information better, so I can actually precisely print out what I want. Okay, you do low JPEG, high JPEG files, they might not come out so clean. It might be a little bit too soft, or there might be too much contrast on the ink, or something went wrong. Because honestly, the print places that I go to, They calibrate their printing machines almost every 3 to 7 days. They do that because there's been so many prints been printed. They gotta make sure they clean out the tips, make sure there's no bleed, no brushing, no smirking, all of that jazzy stuff, right? But with that said, if you guys want to buy print 11 by 14s or 50, just just a print. But if you want those prints on glass, ooh, that might not suit you very well because it's not the cheapest, but once you get it in your possession, you'll be like, oh my panda, it looks so good in that glass. And the mounted, it's very thin, and on the back of it, it's magnetics. So basically, you could put a magnetic on the wall. You could take it off and on at will. Easy setup, but a little bit more expensive because it literally brings life into your walls in your home. It just has a very thin profile too. So you know how most paintings or most prints, you go to someone's house gallery, you hit the frame sometimes on the walls. This you don't have to worry about that. You just walk right by it. You don't even come close. You don't even come close to hitting it. The only time you should touch it is when you want to remove it. It's so thin, it just looks minimal on your walls, but it makes your walls look so neat. It's so clean. I'd love to trade you weather with you. It's hot here, and she doesn't like the heat. Well, bring on the heat. Make sure you bring in the spicy ramen with you. No, you don't want to come here. Not New York. Come on, go to go to Wisconsin or Minnesota or like Iowa or something. Yeah, I wouldn't want to come to New York, but I would trade a few days with you. But fair warning, like I don't know what we're gonna trade for because I don't have nothing. I don't have a home to actually trade you with. I really don't. I don't have a home to trade you with, so I don't know sure if that's a fair trade or not. Oh yeah, hey, Wi-Fi was going crazy earlier. Anyway, so with that said, everyone, thank you for the love, your support, your donations, your subscriptions, your time to take out and just follow my ransom live stream today. Gotta test out the gear. You know, gotta make sure the gear is working too. Gotta make sure these adapters are working because I fully haven't tested this adapter quite a bit. I didn't test it, but now we are testing it, and obviously they've been doing live streams for I don't know. Let's see here, 3 hours and 7 minutes. Easy, easy. So, and I'm here at the hostel in New York City. So, unfortunately, you know, if HI was being so nice and just I don't know, sure they are they being nice right now because right now they price gouging at some places. Oh my god. Okay, but I hope the video quality was good enough so you guys can have a really juicy boner. You know, for you. If you guys understood what I just said, if you're a videographer or a YouTuber and you think the setup was like, oh yeah, that setup is quite sexy, man. That's pretty good. Like I said, the HDMI cables are taking in a 4K signal, but technically these cameras do not do 4K. They do 1080p 60, right? So I'm actually shooting 1080 30 frames. This is 1080p 30 frames. So it's smooth. There's no latency between the cameras either. I had to fix that too. Uh, in OBS, there's no latency as you can see. Got one camera here, one camera there. See, no latency whatsoever. It's like synced perfectly. That's what I wanted. Jay Warlord is here. How you doing, buddy? And Lewis says, "Oh, okay." I got chili shrimp couple noodle soup. Ooh, that sounds good. Okay, so we just did the test. Now the Comic Con live, the Comic Con VDlive10 system. This just died after 3 hours and 10 minutes of using it straight. So now we know the test. And this one, it's a the receiver is about to die as well. So I'm gonna have to end the live stream, friends. So with that said, everyone, thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Linda, for the hot chili soup teasing. You're teasing, you're teasing. That's not very nice. Hold on, let me. All right, that sounds better. Nah, I'm just teasing with you. But yeah, you're teasing though. That sounds pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, this is charging. When it's a red light, when it's red light, that means it's charging. When it's blue, that means it's fully charged. So I'm gonna end the live stream, guys. But thank you for tuning in, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next live stream. Appreciate you guys. You guys are being such big fans, and thank you, Mr. Lewis. Thank you so much. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Jay Waller. Thank you, Space. Thank you, David. Thank you, Jay Waller. Thank you, Linda. Who else is in here? David, Oyster from Australia. Thank you, RC3 NYC. And all you guys. Oh, there's too many names. And I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.